Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome. Hi. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming. Hello. Hi. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Captain family. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, just type yes for me, please. If you can hear me, just type yes for me. Because yesterday, I, I thank you, Captain's Family TV. Thank you very much. Yesterday, I, I turned off my microphone. So the live I did yesterday, half of it was not audible. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Captain Family. You are awesome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you very much. I have to wait a bit to see if some people can join me. Oh, wow. Before we kick this off, I have to check everything. Oh my God. It's so awesome. Very, very awesome day today. Even though the weather is not looking so good, but yeah, what can we do? I don't know how your weather is wherever you are. Captain's Family TV. She says, "Sexy mama." Oh my God. How is your weather? And where are you chatting from? Captain's Family. I How is your weather today? Because here it's not looking so good. Okay. Hi. Oh yeah, Holland. Yeah, it's not so far from us. I think it will be almost the same weather. We enjoyed very beautiful weather in the past days. It was so beautiful. It was like summer. But again now it's all messy and looking very boring. But we'll make that work. We'll just go along. Okay. Yeah, thank you very much for joining me. So it's my second live, guys, and it's I'm still I'm still getting hold of this live stream stuff. I I I don't know. I yesterday, like I said, it was. I don't know if you guys saw the video. It was so it was so shady. I had people waiting for me online, and my camera did not just want to work. I did everything. My daughter helped me to make sure that um, make it possible for it to happen, but it didn't just want to have it. So even though I came online later after all struggle, I later found out that it's just one button that I had to press. The camera button on my laptop, that was switched off, and I didn't know. We tried everything. We even went as far as um, having to download another software just to go live. But my camera didn't just work. So we did everything. I wanted to give up, but thank God for patience. I was very patient, and I said I have to make sure that I sort that camera thing out, because I will still be coming online every day or every time. So if I don't sort it out, I just walk away and think I've been defeated. I'll come and meet the problem again. So I had to do it once and for all. It took me almost the whole day, but yeah, what can we do? So that is it about the yesterday stream, live stream. But today I said I have to come because I have something to tell you guys. I have my testimony to say, and I want to share it with you all, and so that people can also learn from it, and maybe find value from it, or find value in it, and make sure that we all learn from our mistakes and learn from one another. So um, this testimony is long overdue. I is way back from the beginning of my story here in Belgium, where I live. So when I was coming to Belgium, I remembered I was only given a telephone number, no address whatsoever. So I had to come all the way from Lagos to my destination. My destination was, yes, planned for to come to Belgium. But in the process, I had to go through transit from Lagos, Accra. My destination is supposed to be Lagos, Accra, France, then Germany. That is my transit, excuse me. So my transit before I'll get there in Belgium, then somebody will pick me up and get there in Germany. Somebody will pick me up and bring me to Belgium. But that journey was Christopher Columbus' journey. A journey that is supposed to take means, if you are traveling directly from Belgium to Lagos or Lagos to Belgium, it takes you like, everything in that day will take you like 6 to 8 hours. But my journey took me almost 3 days. 3 days. So what happened was that when I got to France, when I transited in France, I was supposed to buy a connecting ticket because I only had tickets to France. So from France, I was supposed to buy a connecting ticket to Germany. So I got to Germany. I got to France, excuse me. I got to France, and I bought my ticket to. I thought I bought my ticket to Germany, a place called Freiburg. So when they gave me the ticket, because I couldn't read French, and I didn't even take note because they also wrote Freiburg. I only just saw Freiburg. But I didn't know that the Freiburg that they wrote on my ticket was Freiburg to Switzerland, because they also have a place called Freiburg in Switzerland. So I I'll rewind back. So when I got to France that day, it was too late. I couldn't uh, do anything that day. And I don't have money for hotel. I only had the money that I'm supposed to buy my ticket with to go to Germany. So I got so I got to France very late. I sat in the lobby, in the airport lobby. I was there. You know, the airport is never empty. That's one good thing about it. Even though it's not that busy, but it's never empty. There are people coming and going, late flights, early flights, and so on. So for me, it wasn't a big deal. So I just thought I could get my ticket the next day because I couldn't buy tickets that day anymore. So I had to sleep. I had to sleep in the airport. And the whole chairs in that airport was like filled up. People were sitting on it. And I was so tired and I wanted to sleep. So I took my jacket and I spread it on the floor and I laid on the floor. I slept on the floor of the airport, on the airport. I was sleeping. I used my luggage because I only had a small hand luggage. I put my luggage on the floor, on the floor and put my head on top so that I would lose it before anybody would come and take my luggage. Before they will come and raise my head and take my luggage, definitely I will know. So even if I sleep off, because I'm also not a very deep sleeper. I'm very I'm very alert when I sleep, even till now. So I laid my head on my luggage and I was sleeping, and I think in 2 minutes or 5 minutes I slept off completely. I was gone. So in my sleep I thought that I was dreaming. I just woke up. Immediately I woke up and I saw a man right behind me. He slept just like when you sleep and somebody will sleep and face you. And the man, I didn't know. I didn't feel it. I didn't know. And that moment that I slept off, that was when it happened. And this guy, I don't know how he came, how I didn't hear it. He just slept behind me like this. So in that space where I was sleeping, in that shock, I got up and I saw the person, somebody right behind me. I screamed and he was begging me. I said, "What are you begging me for? What are you begging me for? What is wrong with you?" And he said, "Yeah, he saw me." Maybe he thought, oh my God, maybe he thought I was homeless or I was those what do you call them? Kurusha, those people they are homeless now, those ones that sleep in the on the street. Not until I came later, many years later, before I understood what happened to me. Because when I came to Belgium, I started seeing this kind of people who just sleeps in the airport or at the train station, bus stop, and all those things. Maybe then he thought I was that kind of person. So I back to my story. I screamed, and some few people came, and I was really nervous and I was angry. I was shouting, Nigeria mentality, just come fresh, no, no, now, not that, no, they not dilute me at all. Igbo system never enter my body. So I was screaming on top of my Nigerian voice, "What is wrong with you? Are you crazy? God punish you, this and that," saying all sort of things to him. Before I knew it, he ran away. So I lost that sleep that day. I couldn't sleep. I was scared. I thought it was going to hurt me, but I know it was not going to hurt me, because for him to have slept maybe 5 minutes and didn't hurt me at that time, so I it couldn't have. So I was scared. I was just nervous. I was all alone in a country I don't know anybody. I was hungry. I was exhausted. So I went to sit down somewhere else, and that was how I stayed till the morning when I went to buy my ticket. So the ticket aspect is another funny story. So when I bought my ticket, that ticket to Freiburg, I really didn't know that there is a Freiburg in Switzerland, and they sold me Freiburg to Switzerland, and I took the ticket. Three things happened to me in that airport that day. So when I was going up with the escalator, I kept down my hand luggage right on that escalator stairs, and I heard the escalator. Being a newbie, I had to hold the escalator because they told me, if you don't hold that escalator, if you from there fall, you are gone. So I had to leave my luggage, use all my strength to hold the escalator. And whilst I was climbing, whilst the escalator was going up, my luggage, somebody was busy carrying it because my eye was up, going up. So by the time I said, let me hold my luggage, the guy was running down. Escalator now is going up, is ascending. While the guy was descending, he couldn't go that fast. So I was shouting, hey, my bag, oh, my bag, oh. Oh God. Oh, my bag, oh, my bag, oh. So he let go of the bag. So I can't go down. So I was already almost at the floor. So I had to go back, go and pick my luggage. But a good Samaritan took it and brought it up for me. Just told me to wait, and he brought the luggage for me. That was the second incident. So the third one is the ticket one. So when my what do you call it? When I got to the what do you call it now? The flight, the where the checking point. As I was just looking at the number and the name on the ticket, I didn't look at the state or the city at all, the country at all. I was just going. And the woman that was checking the tickets look at my passport and look at the ticket. She said, you are not supposed to be here. He said, no, 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 that was not what happened. They took me. I entered the flight. I entered the flight. I was going because I didn't know where I was going, and I got to Switzerland. Yeah, the flight took me to Switzerland. Yes, it was when I got to Switzerland that I called who I wanted to go and meet in Germany, which I thought I was in Germany. I called him and told him I am in I am in the airport, and he asked me which airport. So I said Freiburg, and he said, okay, go and look at. I think apparently they have different types, because in my city here we have Mechelen and we have Mecklenburg. I think there's a specific one that was supposed to be. So I asked which one. He asked me where in the airport I am. I asked people and they told me, but I forgot the name of that city, the particular airport name, and he said, that's not where I'm supposed to be. He said, that's not where I'm supposed to be. He said, are you even sure you are in Germany in the first place? I said, but the ticket I bought is to Freiburg. He said, yeah, but Freiburg, but do you know if you are in Germany? Because it could be that you are in Freiburg in some other countries. I said, how can it be? He said, no, you have to know where you are. So I took my ticket. I looked at it. I was looking. Everything was like Abadabidi, like I was looking. So I saw a person around just walking, and I went to meet them and I said, please, can you tell me where this ticket is where I'm supposed to be? And he looked at it, he said, yeah, you are in Switzerland, in Freiburg, Switzerland. I said, Mogbe, I've finished. I'm done. And I was so scared to call back the person who was supposed to come and pick me up to tell him that I'm not even in Germany. I'm not in Germany, I'm in Switzerland. So I summoned courage because he has to know in one way or the other. I summoned courage. I called him and I told him I am in a country called Switzerland, Freiburg in Switzerland. And he said, doing what then? Who sent you to Switzerland? I said, I can't narrate that story now, but that's where I am. He said, well, my dear, I can't come and pick you up in Switzerland. You have to find your way to come to Germany. And I was like, what do I do? I think I was only left with $50, and $50 wasn't nothing to the journey that I was about to embark on. What do I do? I am hungry. I've left home since 2 days now. I've not eaten. My parents, my family doesn't even know where I am. Nobody knows where I am except for this guy. I don't even have money to start calling. What if I am stuck here? What if anything happened to me here? I don't even know anybody where I am right now. I don't even know anything. I don't even know what language they speak. I don't know nothing. I was scared. My heart sunk. Immediately I heard him said, you have to find your way to Germany. I became very desperate. You know that sense of desperation, all of them start to germinate in my body. So I was first of all, I was really confused. I didn't know what to do. I was afraid. I was tired. I was scared. I was everything, all the negative feelings. I want to go to the toilet, like I start to like that feeling of you are having diarrhea, everything. I was only 21 years old then. I'm the youngest of my parents' children. I am the last born, so to say. I was so scared. I was so confused. And my mother, oh my God. Hello, Christabel. Eres, thank you for joining me. Good afternoon. Thank you. So I was so scared. I was confused. I didn't know what to do. So what do I do now? What do I do now? Luckily, we are still in morning, between morning and afternoon. The place was so busy. It was a week. It was in the week. So people were going on, off and on, everywhere. So I said, I have to survive this and I have to be in Germany. Whether the devil likes it or not, I will be in Germany today or the next day, I don't know. But I'm going to Germany. I can't be stuck here where nobody knows me. So the the spirit of fighting came into me. I didn't give up. I was just looking like, when you are desperate, your eyes will just be everywhere. I went back into the airport. What came right in my head at that time was look for any black person. To look for any black person, because I know any black person that is here, I mean, majority of them will be from Africa, of course, and they will speak English. And I just went, I was looking, I saw a guy just coming towards me. And I walked towards him and I told him, I greeted him, good afternoon. And I spoke English and he spoke English back to me. And I told him I am lost. That was the first thing I told him. I said, I'm lost. And he said, oh, lost to where and from where? Hello, Destiny Entertainment. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Good afternoon. So I told him I am lost. And he said, you are lost? Lost to where? Lost from where? Where are you going? Where are you supposed to be? And he said, and I am going to work and I'm late. You know this God we serve, eh? This God is God. And He's a true God. And He's a merciful God. And He's God indeed. He will always, no matter how lost you are, no matter where you are in your life, just believe that God is with you. With that in my heart, the guy told me, well, I'm late. I'm going to work. So what where do you have to be? What? He was talking in a hurry because I was so confused. I didn't know what I want to do. I said, I'm supposed to be in Germany, but I'm stuck here. He said, wow, oh my God. So what are you going to do now? I said, I don't know. I said, okay, you know what? You have to buy a ticket to Germany. And I don't even have any idea how much ticket costs to go to Germany. And he said, come with me. And I went to the counter with him and he spoke the language and he said, do you know how much it cost back in the days to buy just that ticket? It was almost 200 and something dollars because you didn't make reservation, you have to pay immediately. I said, I don't have that kind of money. And he said, oh my God. And he said he doesn't have such money with him either. What do we do? He looked up and he looked to the ground and he said, I have I have to make a phone call. He went by the side and made that phone call and he came back to me and he said, come, follow me. I said, oh my God, what is going on? I said, follow you to where? I said, just come with me, trust me. And that moment I said in my heart, I said, the God that has directed me to meet this guy will protect me. That was what I just said immediately. And I went I went with him. We took a bus, a public transport. We drove a while and we got to a place. I think it's his house then. So we got there and it's an apartment building, very beautiful, clean place. And we went into this house. It's a studio. We went there and he said, this is where I live. He said, the only thing I will do for you today is for you to stay here. I have to go back to work. Stay here. There's food, there's drink, there's this, there's that. Rest. I see that you are coming from, because I didn't even tell him anything. I only just told him that I'm lost. I'm supposed to be in Germany. And he just took me home and he said, stay here, eat, drink, you shower, freshen up. I have to go to work, and when I come back, we'll talk. And he said, don't open the door for anybody. I have my key. You can always come in. I said, okay. So he went back to work and he came back in the evening. When he came back, I can also see that he was very exhausted. So I allowed him to eat, and he relaxed, and he just asked me to sit down. When I sat down, he was asking me these questions, and I explained everything to him. And he felt so sad and sorry for me. And he said, okay, you know what? Tomorrow morning, I'm going to take you back to the airport, and I'm going to buy you that ticket to go to Germany. Okay? You can take the couch, and I'll sleep on the bed. I was happy in one hand. In the other hand, but I trust God. But I'm human. I wasn't feeling too comfortable. But I just had to do what I had to do. So whilst he was sleeping, I pretended to be sleeping. Me being a light sleeper, I just lie down there and just started rewinding and thinking back all the events that took place, everything that happened in just 24 hours. I couldn't sleep, in fact. So as early as possible, he woke up. I was already awake. He asked me to take my bath. I said, no, I don't want to take my bath. He said, don't worry, let's just go. So he took me to Germany. He took me to the airport. He bought me this ticket. I've never seen a thing like that in my entire life. When people say destiny helper, somebody that God will send to come and see you through at your point of need. That was what happened to me. That's why I'm making this video. I don't know if this guy will ever know me again or remember this. Do you know the remarkable thing about this whole story? I didn't even know his name. I was so deep in my thoughts. I couldn't even ask him his name. But one thing I remember from his accent was he's from Ghana. I think he also told me that when I told him I'm from Nigeria. But I'm not 100% sure again, because we're talking about 25 years back. It's 25 years ago, this thing. My journey to Europe. Maybe that's why I should have titled this instead of testimony. What do you guys think? So I was like, well, I'll find a way. I'll find a way to, if I can't see him again, if I can't come across him again, which I have not, I will always pray for him. And I've always prayed for him. But I don't have his name to make that direct contact with him. But God knows my heart. I've always prayed for him. From that point, he came to see me through, for helping me for removing me from that shock. So I became very, very happy that he did that. Immediately I went in the flight. I was just thinking, I was still not settled. So it's not like nowadays that you have mobile phone that you can call or they can call you. No, I didn't have any means of communication with the person in Germany that I was supposed to meet. He didn't even know what happened to me. So when I got to Germany in the night, I called him. And when I called him, he asked me where I was. And I told him where I was. He came to pick me up. He was very angry. He was very upset with me. You no go school, you no fit read, you no know wetin dey write for there, you no know say you no know. I was just looking at it. We didn't even take me home yet. We were just still in the, that, I was not supposed to come out by this time. Now you make me come out by this time. Now why are you just talking? I said, okay, no problem. We entered this car and he drove me home. We got home. And he was still ranting, he was still talking and everything. I was already tired. And his wife came. His wife is a German white woman. And offered me meal. Ate, and she asked me to go and take my bath and showed me where to lay my head that night. So when I finished taking my bath that night, he called me to come to the living to come and sit down, and I sat down with him and his wife and we were watching television. And later he was now asking me what really happened, what this and that. So I only told him, I didn't go into the details with him. I only just told him that I got lost, that I didn't know that the ticket they sold for me was supposed to be that I was supposed to come to Germany. It was the one going to Switzerland. So they have the same name in Switzerland. And he said, then you should have called me. I said, well, I don't know. Hello, hi, Destiny Entertainment. Thank you for joining me. So I said, well, what I will do in my heart is still in my heart. I will continue to pray, and I just want to get to where I am going. I just want to get to Belgium. I don't know what awaits me in Belgium as well. I really don't know what is going on, but I know I have to leave that Germany because that first um exactly, Johnny just come. You are right. So my heart was already in Belgium, so I really don't care what he say. All I wanted is for me to get to where I'm going, my final destination. So all this talk about this and that doesn't it really didn't bother me at all. I know that he was trying to show remorse and to do, but that is all too late now, because what I expected of him immediately he came to pick me up is just to show a girl that is supposed to be, or you're supposed to guard, that is supposed to come and meet you so that you can bring her to her destination, called you that she's lost in another country. All you could say to her was to tell her that she should find her way back, without you even knowing what condition she was at that time, what was going on with her, whether she's in any kind of danger, nothing. And when she even eventually come after a day, one day later, all you could say to her is, you couldn't read, didn't you go to school? What has going to school got to do with getting lost? Anybody can get lost. This kind of things can easily happen to, maybe my case was different. But when I eventually came to Belgium years later, I started thinking, I still think about that. Why didn't they just buy me a direct ticket to Germany? Why did I have to do all the other troubles, buying tickets on my own, what I've not done before? I never bought ticket for myself before to go to a European country. And people who do does go to European country, they don't buy ticket themselves, do they? You who is buying that ticket should already plan all that. All that person need to do is just get to their destination, their final destination. So I was just thinking about this thing later, many years later. I was really angry. I'm still angry at that guy today. I don't lie you, because I wasted so much time and I got very angry. I got I was in danger. But thank God that Europe country or European country is not like where we come from. If you find yourself in such situation in our country, you know what would have happened to you by now. But God was kind to me that I didn't nothing no harm came to me. The only harm that I experienced, that what I wouldn't even call it harm, was when that guy laid behind me. It could have been anything. What if that guy raped me that night? What if I was raped? What if he says, "Oh, this one is a nigger"? He said, "I'm sorry to use the N word here." He was a black person, and just pierce his knife through my back, like as it is right now, that no respect for black people anymore. So anything could have happened to me that night. But God sent me a helper, somebody that I didn't even know from Adam. He came to help me. He came. I still owe him that $200. I still owe him, and I don't know how to get it back to him. But I know that God will reward him. I know that just as he came to save me, God will send people to save him, to help him and his family. That's my prayer all the time to this man. So that's my testimony today. I know that I've taken so much of your time, guys. I'm enjoying the story and I wanted to come and share it with you. It's my experience, and this story is part one. It's the part one of it. Part two is loading. So that's what I experienced, and for me, it's a testimony, because if not for that guy that came to help me, that came to rescue me out of that difficult time, I wouldn't have. I don't know. I wouldn't have been here today. I wouldn't have been in Belgium today. Maybe I would have just either find a way to go back to Nigeria or just get stuck in Switzerland. Then don't even bother to come to Germany or to Belgium anymore. But I have planned my journey to Belgium and I wanted to see that journey through. And I am happy I did, because right now God has been so faithful. God has been so kind to me. God has helped me so much over the years. After 25 years, I won't say life would be better than as it is right now, but I pray that God will make my life much more better than as it is right now. But I'm just saying that I'm happy that I'm here. My being here is not by mistake. God has a purpose for me to come to Belgium. I have my beautiful family here. My kids are born here. I met my wonderful husband here. Everything I have is here. I've spent more years in Belgium now than I've spent in Nigeria. And I think it's the Lord's doing. He wanted me to be here. There are a couple of times that from that beginning, things were so difficult that I had doubts in my mind. Even though I knew that I want to be here, but after the struggle, everything that I have went through, there was a time people around me, friends around me were all leaving Belgium. They would go to Spain, they would go and hustle for paper, they would go to other countries. I I was tempted as at that time, 25 years ago, 20, let me say the first 3 years, I was tempted, but something just kept me here. Something kept me here. Something, I think God has a purpose for me to be here. Something just kept me here. If I have that thinking in my head that, hmm, then I'm talking about then, I would just be thinking, ah, look at this one now, he has gone. Yeah, he has gone to, he's now, he has a paper now to live in Belgium. 'Cause I didn't have papers from that beginning. I didn't have paper. That's, in fact, that's the story for another day. So this one will come. They will go to countries like Spain and I think Italy as well. But it was really Spain that time, back in the days. They will go to Spain. By the time they come back, they have Spanish residents. They will come back to Belgium and they can do things with that Spanish residents. So sometimes I would just want to go, but I really don't. That's I want to go, but the thing that makes me want to stay back here is much stronger. I want to go, I want to go, I want to go, but I'll still, at the end of the day, maybe if I just think about it, look at this one has gone and come back. Look at the other one has gone and and come back. Me, maybe by the time I sleep on it. The next day, the whole idea of going anywhere will just disappear. It won't even be like I'm the one that was even contemplating of living or doing paper stuff anymore. I just shake the feelings of it won't even be there again. But after a while, that feelings continued for some time, but until, yeah, God did his own for me and I finally had my paper here in Belgium and that thing completely disappeared. And when the time came again, when people started to relocate to England, no, that one did not cross my mind at all. Even I remembered once when my brother, my immediate senior brother, once made the suggestion of coming to England because he lived there. Coming to England to come and stay. I told him no. I really am. I don't know, but no. I just want to stay put. Want to stay where I am. There's no need for me to go anywhere. So I was just there. Stayed. I decided to stay here, I've been here all this time. I don't know. I remember when I was telling my husband, I said, okay, you know what? Let's just leave. And he said, leave to where? I said, I don't know, just leave. He said, if I leave Belgium now, I'm going back to Nigeria. I'm not going anywhere, you know. So I said, well, me too. I just want to hear what you want to say. So, and if you have somebody, your partner that also have the same thinking like you, it makes it easier. You know, you guys complement each other and you agree on the same thing. And it's not just because he or you agrees, just you understand each other and you have worked so hard to do that for yourselves. I think it makes it easier, instead of one is thinking this way, the other one is thinking that way, and you don't have that strong agreement. Then it becomes a situation whereby, like I've seen, the woman will leave and the man will remain here, or the man will leave, the woman will remain here, and all that. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, no, please don't get me wrong. It's not bad at all. It depends on how your family is, what you guys agree. Because I saw some posts about that topic, that a man should not leave their wives and leave their wife and go to another country. It just depends. My comment to that was, it depends on the situation, because we can never judge from outside. It depends on what you are seeing, what they are going through, and what you are seeing from outside. You can only judge from outside, but you really don't know what their agreement is upon, and you don't know what the situation is with them. So in such cases, I don't judge. I just feel, let them make their own decision. They understand what they have better. They know what they agree on, and based on that, they can now work on that. Maybe if a man is looking for a job here in Belgium, for example, and he couldn't get a good offer, and he gets a good offer in Spain, or the next country close to us, or any other country, as long as it's not in this country, and he decides to stay there. For example, my answer to that would be, the offer is good and he can take care of his family perfectly okay, and the family understands that, and they have the agreement that, okay, every weekend, for example, you visit home, or the woman will visit, or every depends on what they agree upon. But when you have a situation whereby maybe the man has been looking for a job in this country and he didn't get a good offer, and the offer he got is BS, what do you do? Would you take that one and leave your family to suffer and struggle? Or would you rather take the offer that is better in the other country, or you still keep your family check? I I think as well, the discipline should be there. It's not because a man is working outside the country where the wife is, means that he would be messing around. If the man has a focus, that he knows what he's doing, it's not because of messing around that made him to leave. He left because he has to work. So that would be his priority. That would be something that he will focus upon, rather than doing something else. I know that there are a lot of men who does that. I'm not disputing that fact. But there are also a lot of men who respect their wife and their family very dearly, and they can make that sacrifice of, say, okay, you know what, honey, i'm not going to I'm not going to suffer myself or suffer you guys and live here in perpetual struggle. Since I've gotten this offer, I'll rather go and do that job there and be coming back as often as I can, and you are always free to come. So the man knows what his targets are. He know what he's after. And there are a lot of men like that, a lot, so many of them that does that, and they are faithful to their wife, and their wife also knows. And it takes a lot of trust, you know When I don't have any reason to doubt my husband or to suspect my husband or to to say, okay, I really don't think he's going to be honest with me. If that reason is already there, the man you don't need, I don't have to wait until he goes to get a job. That reason is already there. That doubt is already there. Even if he's working in the next compound, you already have that spirit of suspicion in you. Do you understand? You know, a lot of, let me know if we go let me know if we go into that topic. So I'm just talking about testimony and the great things God has done in my life, why I came, my initial stage in Europe, what happened, my journey to Europe, what I've experienced, and how God has been so kind and faithful to me, how He sent His destiny helper to come and see me through difficult times. I am very grateful to God, and this season is a season of thanksgiving and testimony. So I wanted to come and share that with you guys. And I thank you all for coming and seeing this video and watch me talk. I know that a lot of people don't have time to join me, but I pray that in my next life that they will be available and to come and support me. I want to say thank you to Captain's Family TV that has been here from the beginning. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Christabel Eres, hi. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you. Destiny Entertainment, thank you very much. I love you guys, and I will see you on my next live stream, and I want your support again. Thank you all so much. Thank you. Please don't forget to thumbs up this video, like and share, subscribe to this channel about the unique creations, and I will see you again. God bless you. Bye. Thank you. Thank you guys. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you. Bye.